Hello and welcome to Southside News Today. I'm Chuck Bitterman. Southside News Today is brought to you by Shanks Associates, engineers, surveyors, and planners, and by Guns, Gear, and Ammo, Route 58 Cascade. A new partnership will bring more broadband to Pittsylvania County. Over the past few months, a company called River Street Networks has worked with the county to offer more high-speed internet in different places. Over the next 2 years, they plan to build a total of 18 towers to reach 9,400 customers. Right now, they have 5 active towers in Grit, Callens, Mount Airy, White Oak, and Kentuck. But thanks to a $1 million investment from the county, River Street will now build 13 more internet towers to serve county residents by the end of next year. River Street now owns the People's Mutual Telephone Company in Gretna and recently purchased Gamewood Technology in Danville. The Pennsylvania County Board of Supervisors has a goal of providing broadband availability to 90% of their residents by the end of 2024. Danville police hoping new video evidence will lead to arrests in an armed robbery. Happened in the early morning hours, March 14th, 2021, in the 3500 block of West Main Street. The victim said he was at a hotel having some drinks with some 2 men he did not know. One of the men, shown in these surveillance photos, pulled out a handgun, hit the victim in the head, and demanded his wallet. The victim complied. The 2 men took some more belongings and left. The victim suffered a cut on his head. Now, the robbers left in a white Nissan sedan with Virginia license plates. Pictures of this car and the suspects found here. Anyone with information of the incident can call Danville Crime Stoppers at 793-0000. While the weekend COVID report shows another fatality for Pittsylvania County, this amid a slight increase in overall cases. The latest victim, a woman in her 80s, brings the death toll in the city and county to 197. Now, statewide, the positive test rate is down to 5.4%. Locally, it's down to 5.7%. Its lowest level around here since late summer. A new bill signed by Governor Ralph Northam this weekend will let local election officials open their offices on Sundays for anyone who wants to cast an absentee ballot during the 45 days before an election. Current state law only allows for Saturday weekend voting hours. Measure from a Henrico County Democrat was filed after numerous complaints about long lines on Saturdays for early voting. Many people said Saturday was their only option to vote early with their jobs. 2.8 million Virginians voted early last fall. That was about 2/3 of the state's total turnout. Members of the Danville Fire Department's Technical Rescue Team have been on the Dan River getting swift water rescue training. State Department of Fire programs conducted the technician-level classes for firefighters in Danville, Lynchburg, and other areas. Deputy Chief Mike Jefferson says the Danville Department's team is now recognized by the Commonwealth as a regional swiftwater rescue team and will respond to calls all across Virginia.
Department of Fire Programs has come in and they're teaching the swiftwater technician class, which is the highest level class you can be certified in swiftwater. The Danville Technical Rescue Team has joined up with the state of Virginia as one of the regional swiftwater teams. Right now, probably at the end of this class for these 7 people, we're going to have 3/4 of our team trained to the technician level. We're here in Danville to do a rescue first, but if other parts of the state or other parts of the country we can be deployed to, we're there to assist them too with our team was trained to handle any kind of swiftwater emergency. When we learn how to get in the water, how to do shallow water crossings, working across there together as a team, we learn how to swim in moving, fast-moving water. We learn how to swim in water with like the water behind us, how to get in that, swim over and get somebody and bring them back. How to walk over them if there was a car trapped there, how to get over there and get somebody out of a car and bring them back to safety. They've been in boats in the water, learning how to do what's called eddy hopping, where you jump to the still water, what's behind a rock, and then you paddle to the next one. And you learn how to read the water. You learn to know river right, river left. You learn what a eddy is. You learn which way to go, what not to get into. They learn how to detangle somebody who's trapped under a rock or up against a rock. It's very important. You know, over the last couple of years, we really noticed, especially after Hurricane Michael, how water moves up fast. And, you know, at the time, we got to be ready to go. And our team is ready to go 24 hours a day.
Al Jefferson says having this team in our community can literally be the difference between life and death. A big shot in the arm this weekend for a local group that prepares preschoolers for success in kindergarten. Smart Beginnings Danville, Pennsylvania County is getting nearly $4 million from the Danville Regional Foundation to continue their support of early childhood systems in Danville and Pennsylvania County. Now, this grant will create a school readiness data system that will track 100 different data points. SBDP has used previous grants to increase training and technical assistance for early childhood programs and working with infants and toddlers in need of childcare during the pandemic. Over the past decade, SBDP and its partners have improved local performance on Virginia's reading readiness assessment by 50%. Right now, there are 5,000 children 5 and under living in Danville and Pennsylvania County. Nearly 2/3 of them live at 200% of the poverty level. A local lawmaker says congressional Democrats are applying a Band-Aid solution to out-of-control spending in Washington. Lynchburg Republican Bob Good says Democrats are finally acknowledging their spending's out of control and unsustainable, but he says they're once again kicking the can down the road, supporting a Medicare cuts bill. It tries to remove the consequences of out-of-control spending.
Our national debt is now nearing $30 trillion, an inconceivable number. It equates to about $90,000 per citizen. This amounts to an economic crisis, a national security crisis, and we can't afford to ignore it any longer. A day of reckoning is coming.
Good says the bill allows Democrats to, quote, put the pedal to the metal without any consequences. Let's start out the week on a positive note. With today's Live Positive, here's Dr. Joey Fawcett.
I'm Dr. Joey Fawcett, coaching you to live positive and increase your positivity with greater joy so that you make a life worth living. Is the grass always greener on the other side of the hill to you? I talked with a mother of 2 preschool children recently, and I asked her how it was going. Well, she said, my 2-year-old has a stomach virus and is really pitiful right now. I'm so sorry, I said. I remember what a trying time that can be. And she said, keeping his older sister away from him is part of the challenge. I don't want her to catch it, she said. That's a good idea, I said. All 4 of us had a horrific stomach virus once and with only 3 bathrooms. Well, she said she wishes she had the stomach virus. I said, what? I tried to tell her she doesn't want it, the mother said, but she says she wants it because then her little brother would have to stay away from her. Yeah. The grass is always greener on the other side of the hill, isn't it? Until you get to the other side of the hill and you discover the reality of life there. Love the life you have. Focus on the positive on your side of the hill and make a life worth living as you live positive today. Coaching you to live positive today, I'm Dr. Joey Fawcett.
Forecast calling for clear skies overnight, lows down to 35. We'll start off the work week on Monday with more sunshine, highs around 63. And that's a look at your Southside News Today. I'm Chuck Vipperman. Southside News Today has been brought to you by Shanks Associates, engineers, surveyors, and planners, and by Guns, Gear, and Ammo, Route 58 Cascade. I'm Chuck Vipperman. Have a great day.